Sophila, and I am so glad that you are here, because today I've got something very special to share with you. We're going to talk about one of my favorite things, and that is flirty texting. Keeping that spark alive even at a distance, even when you are apart. It's such a subtle art, and I am here to share some of my best tips with you. So, flirty texting. It's such a fun way to play with chemistry. Right, like a romantic. Oh my god. Hi there. I am Sophila, and I am so glad that you are here, because today I've got something very special to share with you. We're going to talk about one of my favorite things, flirty texting. Yes, keeping that spark alive even as you're apart, at a distance. Flirty texting, it's such a fun way to play with romantic chemistry, don't you think? It's such a subtle art, and I'm here to share some of my best tips with you today, because it's much more than just words. It's about creating excitement and anticipation, and keeping them hooked even at a distance. That is ultimately our goal. So, let's dive in together, and I'll whisper all the little secrets to keep your texts flirty, fun, and irresistible. So, first, start with a playful opener. When you are starting a flirty conversation, you don't want to be too serious, of course. So keep it light and keep it fun. also want to keep it playful, right? So instead of saying something basic like, you look beautiful, which is nice, but let's take it up a notch. Try something a little more unexpected. So, how about I'm starting to think that you are way too cute for your own good. You see what I did there? It's a compliment, but it adds that little playful twist. You know, making them smile while still feeling flattered. Or you could say, I don't know how you do it, but you've managed to find your way into all my thoughts. What's your secret? It's these little spins on classic compliments that keep the conversation fun and flirty, without coming across as too intense. So then next you're going to want to tease a little bit, but gently. Teasing. Teasing it's a huge part of flirty texting, but it's all about balance. So you want to be playful and not mean, of course. So something like, you think you can handle flirting with me? I'm not so sure. It's like a little challenge, something that makes them want to keep going. Or if they say something that you can playfully disagree with, you could say, for example, you seem to be typing quite slowly. Do I have you flustered? So, teasing should always have a touch of affection to it, so that it's not just, a mean comment. So, they will know it's all in good fun. And it creates this playful kind of push and pull, which keeps the energy light and fun without making things too serious. Now, don't be shy to use emojis for extra playfulness. So emojis can add a lot of fun to flirty texting. They're like the perfect little finishing touches to your message, and they help you convey your intention a little better as well. So for example, after teasing them, you could throw in a cheeky winky face, or you could be complimenting them by putting a blushing face. So this way, the emotion behind what you're saying, it becomes a little more easy to understand, and it makes it feel a little more human as well, to imagine somebody's facial expression. Let's say you send something like, don't be too flattered, but you might just be the best part of my day. And especially if you followed it up with a little winky face, it shows it's not just about you having a bad day, but that it's about them making your day feel so special, keeping that playful vibe alive. Just remember, less is more, and you use emojis that add a little extra flair, but don't add too many. Don't go overboard on your emojis. You want them to enhance your text, not distract from it. Now, how do you keep the flirting going? So, the best way is to just ask cheeky questions. So, asking flirty questions is important to prevent the conversation from falling flat, and keeping it exciting. It shows interest in the other person and that you're thinking about them. So you could ask something like, so what's something fun about you that I don't know yet? Or what's the most exciting thing you would like to happen to you today? Especially if you follow that question up with a smirking or a little winking emoji. It's just filled with insinuation and hopefully makes their head full of exciting thoughts. Now, these questions are playful, but they keep the conversation light and open. You're not diving too deep too quickly. Instead, you're inviting them to share something fun with you. And then when they answer the question, you can tease them a little bit more, of course. So you could say, oh, I was hoping you would say something like that. Or, you are just full of surprises, aren't you? And then follow that up with another question, tease or compliment. Now, timing and pacing. How fast should you respond? You sometimes hear about people wanting to not seem too eager to respond, but I don't believe in that. You want the person to feel like you are interested in them because it makes them feel good. So, when you're texting someone, you don't want to wait too long, but you don't have to respond instantly either. So it's okay to keep them waiting a little, just not too long that the flirting energy dissipates, but just enough to build a little anticipation. Anticipation is like half the fun, and if you're immediately getting these responses right away, sometimes it goes a little too fast. So it's all about finding the perfect balance. So if you are having a flirty back and forth, try responding with something playful and then just giving it a little bit of time, just a tiny amount. It makes them wonder what's coming next and builds that fun tension. For example, after you send something like, oof, I don't know if I should be telling you this. Let that moment just sit for a little while. It'll keep them thinking about you and wondering when you'll reply. Flirting is just as much about the moments of anticipation as it is about the words themselves. Now, a bonus tip for pro teasers out there. Before writing back, you could respond with a simple like you're thinking about it. You're thinking about what they just said and you're not giving too much away just yet. It'll really put them on their toes. It's a little bit mean, but as long as you follow it up with something that feels good, it'll release so many endorphins. So it'll make their hearts and thoughts raise for you, because now you've got them hooked on wanting to know what it is that you are thinking about. Probably will just sit there watching the open conversation, just looking at that little bubble, dotted bubble thing, depending on what platform you're using. So, also, a little mystery goes a long way. You don't have to reveal everything all at once. Keep a little mystery alive. So, for example, if they ask you a question, you can respond with something like, oh, wouldn't you like to know? How badly do you want me to tell you? Or, yeah, again, a winky face here with this specific response would soften that a little bit. And it will make it clear that you are being friendly and teasing. So something else that you could say is, I could tell you that, but perhaps you should go first. This keeps the conversation playful and it makes them want to know more. You're keeping things exciting by giving just a little, but not too much. So, to end your flirty chats on a high note, when you're ready to end the conversation, don't just leave them unanswered or with a simple haha, or you want to give them a little more. So also, don't just say goodbye and then leave. Instead, keep that flirty energy going, but to be continued. So something like, I had fun talking to you tonight. I can't wait to pick up where we left off tomorrow. Or another example could be, sweet dreams. Maybe I'll make an appearance in them. It leaves them with a smile and keeps the anticipation alive for the next flirty conversation. Ending the conversation on a flirty and playful tone leaves them wanting more, to have another flirty conversation with you, and that is exactly what you want. So, the conclusion is, keep it fun and playful. Flirty texting is just all about having fun and keeping things light, always leaving a little room for mystery and excitement. Now remember these tips and just have fun with it. After all, flirting is supposed to feel effortless, right? So you go out there and have that, flirty fun and work that texting magic, alright? And if you ever need, more advice